Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. We are here with this beautiful soul, Melanie. Melanie has had an amazing transformation in the anxiety relief program, and we're here to chat about her success. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dawn from Your Life Reinvented Hypnotherapy, and welcome, Melanie. Great to have you here today.
Thank you. Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
you're very welcome. Now, Melanie, I have a few questions for you today, if you wouldn't mind sharing
Mhm.
a little bit with my audience here. Is I'm curious, like, what made you book a call with me and get in control of the anxiety issues that were going on?
I think I had just kind of hit that rock bottom where I was like, I just can't live like this anymore. I wasn't living life how I wanted to. I wasn't doing the things that I wanted to. And that was really impacting my life as a mom and as a wife. I wasn't really able to be there for people that needed me. So yeah, it was just kind of that I've tried everything else and the last thing I tried and it worked.
Amazing. And so, you know, when you work with me through the anxiety, like what sort of things were you, if you wouldn't mind sharing, what sort of things were you experiencing before you started working with me? What was kind of going on?
I was having pretty regular panic attacks. I had experienced some health issues um, just before I had contacted you, and um, sort of the health issues developed into like a severe anxiety where I would just have these moments of feeling like panic and like I was dying, basically,
Hmm.
um, and like really horrible physical symptoms. And then just fear of what ifs, or what if this happens, what if that happens, and that was preventing me from going out and living my life and
Hmm.
being present with my kids and my family.
Yeah, and I remember you saying that it was a challenge, especially for you to be home alone with the kids, right?
Hmm.
And so I guess, and thanks for sharing that with me here today. So before we started working together, I'm curious, like, what were your thoughts on hypnotherapy and coaching before we started?
Um, I don't really know. I didn't really have much expectation because I didn't really know what to expect. But
Hmm.
um, uh, I guess I had felt like it would be maybe a little more hocus pocus than it ended
Hmm.
up being. A lot of the things that you mentioned really made sense, and everything the way you presented it and the way you go through it, it is like very logical and
Hmm.
makes a lot of sense. Like the anxiety is the subconscious thing, right? And so not being able to, go through talk therapy and have that work made
Hmm.
sense, right? So,
Yeah, we
um,
talked about that on the consult. Like,
yeah,
if the problem is not conscious, you can't solve it consciously. There's no amount of
right.
talking about and reliving past experiences is going to get you to the, resolution, right?
Yeah.
And you tried all of the therapies and everything, right? And so
Mhm.
I guess working through, because we worked for a really short period of time, we worked for about 5 weeks together. And you learned some really powerful techniques to help you in between the times that you and I were working together. So I guess for you, like, what was your like experience? What did you enjoy the most out of working over the 5 weeks together?
It was always great meeting with you. I really always look forward to it. Um, and um, just that deep feeling of relaxation that I would feel during our sessions. And it was kind of just like a reboot almost, just to I felt like I was up here when we started, and it just every time it just like knocked me down a little bit in like a good way. Um,
Hmm.
and yeah, like in between doing the self hypnosis, um, it took me some time to figure it out and really get into a groove with that. But once I did, I find even now, like every day when I do it, it's, I can feel that reset happen. And just other things like taking better care of myself and like being more mindful that way, learning like the strategies to stay present. Um, all of those, I practice them a lot, like every day. And I find it just really helps ground me.
Awesome. And you mentioned before we started recording here, you mentioned you really had an empowering moment with something that we've been working on over those 5 weeks was on boundaries and your
Hmm.
boundaries with yourself and with others. And
Hmm.
so, how did that feel when you were able to kind of step into that power and have that going? Yeah, I can say no to this and it's okay.
Yeah, it felt great.
Mhm.
I did, yeah, I felt like, okay, I'm like taking care of myself and this is what I need to do. And in the past, I didn't always stand up for myself very much. I just kind of absorbed things, whether it be good or negative. And now I'm realizing how important it is to say no.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And it's okay.
Yeah.
Saying
Hmm.
no is okay, right? And we worked together for that really short period of time. So how have you been feeling since we've been done? Because I think we finished working through the anxiety relief program a few weeks ago now. So how have you been feeling?
Good. Yeah, good. I would say like I'm still on that journey
Hmm.
of healing and just day-to-day things coming at me, but I've learned so much more about how to cope with that.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think I'll keep the tools that you taught me with for
Hmm.
life, right?
And you keep doing the work, right? Every single day
Mhm.
you keep decluttering and that type of thing. And
Mhm.
the thing about anxiety is getting you out of that heightened state where you're able to rationalize through things as things come up in your day, right? You can
Mhm.
rationalize them with that rational, critical thinking mind instead of that irrational state. So you can
Mhm.
rationalize through your experiences. Are you noticing since we finished working together, your rational state of mind, you're able to make better rational decisions
Mhm.
since we started?
Yeah, definitely. I think my physical anxiety,
Mm,
or the physical anxiety, just
good
uh,
catch.
it more, I'm able to, like realize if it's coming on and turn it off right away by rationalizing it.
Mhm.
Whereas before it was, I would try to rationalize and it would, the physical symptoms would go on and on and on and get worse and worse and worse until I was in full on panic mode,
Mhm.
um, and having just horrible symptoms. So it's just so much better.
Oh,
So much better.
awesome. Awesome. And you made these big changes in your life yourself. You did the work. I was the guide. So I guess what are you most looking forward to about your future? Your future with your family, your kids, professionally.
I just think feeling more freedom to do like what I want to do when I want to do it. And I'm excited to travel again. We're planning a trip to Europe for next year. Um, Flying was something that I was really uh, anxious about.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm feeling a lot better about that, and I know that I have those tools that I can use while I'm on that long flight. Um, and yeah, just being like present with my family. I notice a big difference in how like they act and how they react to me just in our normal day-to-day interactions if I'm present with them.
Yeah, that's very rewarding. Being able to be present with your kids, because you have younger kids, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So, and the how that's the trickle down effect. When we heal the hurt within ourselves, it directly impacts our children, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's amazing. Now, and thank you for sharing all of this, Melanie. Before we finish up here, I have one more question. I'm wondering what you would say to someone who is sitting on the fence, wondering if they should go ahead with something like this, like what would you say to that person?
I would say just jump in and do it. There's nothing to risk basically. And I think, you know, I would pay all the money in the world again to have gone through this program because
Mhm.
I think it was so beneficial and impactful for like every aspect of life.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah. Thank you for
yeah.
thank you for sharing that. And you know, the thing is, Melanie, you showed up and you did the work.
Hmm.
And that's why you got the great results, right? You did the work. You committed to the process. You trusted the process. You were open to the process, even if you didn't understand it with your analytical thinking, right?
Hmm.
And you did the homework. And this is what happens when people put in the effort. Amazing things happen,
Hmm.
and your life completely changed over those short 5 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
And so if you're listening here today, listening to Melanie's story and wondering if this might be able to help you with your anxiety issues or anything else that's going on related to anxiety, stress, trauma, I encourage you to click on the link. I'm going to drop it down in the video here, and you can book a free consultation with me and we can chat and we'll go from there. And because anything and everything is possible with hypnosis, and you never know, right, Melanie?
Hmm.
You just never know. So I wanted to thank you again, Melanie. I know you're a busy mom, you're a busy professional, you're a busy wife. So thank you for taking your time out of your day to meet with me and have this conversation. And I'm looking forward to staying in touch with you.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. You
Yeah, you're
changed.
welcome. Thank you very much, Melanie. And again, click on the link if you're looking forward to changing what's going on to something better. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.